Hey guys, Steve here from Rocks, and welcome back to Geek Peek. Today we're taking a peek into a comic book and a 24 title series, and one that I much enjoyed. This comic book debuted in 1998 under Image Comics, and it ran for 24 issues. After issue 7, from what I've gathered, DC picked this up and ran the last 17 issues. Not sure. I know all my comic books in my series say Image Comics in the corner, cliffhanger imprint. But I did a little research on the comic book, and it does say, I know DC picked it up and did a trade paperback version of this, and grouped 1 through 7 and so on. So I know it's been bounced around through a few different publishers, but all in all, it's all my covers say Image. So, but all in all, it was a great story. Much enjoyed it. It is a vampire story, and werewolves and supernaturals and things like that. There is, I'll tell you what it is. It's Crimson, and there is biblical themes, especially in this first book. There's biblical themes. Just a pre-warning, I know what I believe. I know that what the book of Genesis tells me is real, and nothing can sway my opinion to that. But just a pre-warning, there is biblical themes right from the get-go. Bam, it's pulling stuff from the Bible, and it is a vampire story. So, but whatever with that, I'm not even going to get into that, because I like the book and it can't sway my opinion. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so Crimson ran for 24 issues, and it is a 1998 release through Image Comics, later picked up by DC. And I'm going to, also a spoiler alert, because I am going to get into this book, and I'm going to show you artwork, and I'm going to reveal the storyline, which is going to open up the whole list of characters. It's going to open up the complete story, and then it carries on from there. So if you're planning on reading this, maybe not watch until after you've read the series, and I would recommend reading the series. So let's get into the storyline a little bit, and the list of characters, and take a look at some artwork, and let's go take a peek into this. Let's go take a peek into Crimson. Alrighty, guys. So Crimson revolves around Alex Elder, and Alex Elder is a 16-year-old boy, and he's hanging out with his friends one night, and a gang of vampires called the Jelly Bats attack him, and so Alex is bitten, and he's laying there and he's dying, and he's saved by Achemus, and Achemus is the last of an ancient race predating humanity. So which the race is called the Grigori. And the Grigori was first before humans, according to the story. And Achemus claims Alex as the chosen one. And Alex becomes the first and the last of this kind. And he gains... Achemus feeds Alex his own blood. And Alex gains powers beyond that of a normal vampire. And so Alex is now, as the chosen one, his job is to bring it in to all vampires and all vampire kind. And so this series follows Alex as he adjusts to life as a vampire, and he takes on the responsibility of the chosen one. And again, there's vampires, there's werewolves, there's supernatural beings and elements, and biblical themes and deities. So that's kind of the plot, and opens up really what's going to happen, and what's going on in this story. Now, it's you're gonna love this. Just so. I mean, if vampires spark your interest, which I think they spark a lot of comic book collectors' interest, simply because it's a fun read. So Alex is the main character, 16-year-old boy. Again, was ambushed. He is the chosen one, and he is chronicled to save the world from the coming apocalypse. So, and Akimus is very wise, ancient Grigori, and he is Alex's guide. He's there to guide him through this life as a vampire, and Akimus is known as the source of all vampirism throughout the world. So it's pretty powerful and smart. So then we have Scarlet X, or Scarlet Thimble X. She's a female operative, and she's the daughter of the Order of the Red Hood. And this is a family-led organization, and they're dedicated to hunting and destroying demonic creatures. Well, she befriends Alex, and she later becomes his love interest. So there's a bit of a love story there, Romeo and Juliet-esque type of thing that is happening there, and that's Scarlet X. Now Jose, also known as Joe, he is a Mexican Indian vampire, and he becomes Alex's street mentor, and they become best friends. And Joe is he's a bit sporadic and spontaneous, and just kind of acts a little crazy, and he does that to try to detour people from knowing who he really is. And then we have Lysith, and Lysith is coined the mother of all vampires, and she is bent on bringing about the apocalypse. She wants the apocalypse to happen, and she wants to rule all creation. And then we have Victor Van Fleet. And Victor Van Fleet is a U.S. senator and a powerful vampire lord. And he aspires to be the president, and he allies with Lysith. Alright guys, so there you have Crimson. Very cool comic book in my opinion. I much enjoyed this series, and I much enjoyed reading it, and I think you will too. I picked this up at my comic book store. My comic book store, he's got stuff from way back up to current, up to monthly. So this was actually in the bargain bin. It was a bundled package, and I bought for fairly cheap. And it's great when you become a collector. It is great to go and get like key issues. Issues with first appearances and origins and things like that. Key issues are awesome, and they're valuable, and those are fun for a collector to look for and try to add to their collection sometimes. And I say try because sometimes the price tags are just monstrous on some of this stuff. But to have something worth value and something that is a key issue into a storyline or develops the origin of a character, those are great to have. Great finds if you can find them for a deal, even better. But this stuff that you're finding maybe in the bargain bin, or that maybe was a series that's kind of been forgotten about, or maybe didn't do so well, I don't know, for whatever reason. Now, my comic book collection is loaded with key issues, with origins, with first appearances. Those are things that when I first started collecting, I thought I could not wait to get a key issue or an origin or something like that. And I go to the comic book store and I'm searching through all the long boxes of the old Silver Age stuff, and I'm looking, and I'm pulling out, key issues and getting those and adding those to my collection, and that's great. And I've got some valuable comic books, but I've grown to appreciate the value in a comic book as being a good storyline and some great artwork. It's nice to own a comic book that is the key issue into a storyline and has maybe the first appearance or the origin of a character. That's great and is important to have in your collection as a reader. And a big portion of my collection is that. but I've got a lot of my collection that's this stuff that I love, very odd, very different, or maybe even forgotten, overlooked series, like Simon Dark, probably one of the best stories. Not the best, but one of the best stories I've read in a series in a while, and it's you never hear of it. And I never heard of this until I was like, wow, what's this? And I grabbed it, and I read it, and I liked it. But I also like comic books, and I also like reading comic books, and that. And I really haven't found a comic book that I don't like. Not yet, I don't think. So I liked Crimson, and to have this stuff out of the bargain bin, because you're finding a good story and good artwork, and that's what makes comics valuable to me. I want to read them. So having key issues or having valuable comic books is great, and even my key issues and my first appearances and my origins and my things like that, I've read them. So. And then you bag and you board them and you put them away and you really don't touch them anymore. This stuff, like Simon Dark, I've read twice. This stuff, you just go over to your comic book shelf and you pull it out and you start reading, and you're not too concerned about. I mean, I definitely bag these as a bundle, and I bag them up so they're safe. And I don't want nothing to happen to them. I doubt they'll ever become valuable. Most likely not. Probably not, but they're good to have in your collection. I mean, especially if you're not just a collector for the value, for the high dollar, for the growth. Someday the value of your comic books just keep rising, and it's an investment in hopes that someday they're worth a lot of money. I've got comics over there that are worth a lot of money, and they're not depreciating in value any, but I'm a reader, a comic collector who likes to read his comic books, so getting stuff like this is cool, and that's, but everybody collects for different reasons. I collect for art. And good stories, and other people collect for investment reasons. They're valuable, so. And there's nothing wrong with that either. And it might be a smart thing to do. You never know. But I don't want to sell my comics. I want to add to my comics collection. I don't ever want to sell my comics. So to have them for value makes no sense to me. So anyway, that's Crimson. It was a good story. I much enjoyed it, and I think you'll enjoy it too. And if you want to read it, you're going to have to find it. Maybe Amazon, I've never looked. I found, like I said, by chance found that at my comic book store, read it, and thought I would review it. And I know that most people probably haven't read it. I could be wrong, but anyway, that's Crimson. And I thank you guys for stopping by and taking a peek into this comic book with me, this comic book series, and I'm going to do some more comic book series. I know I said at the beginning that probably not, because it's just so widespread, but when I find unique things like that, I think that's what I'm going to review, just some unique stuff. I'm not going to get into, reviewing like, X-Men stuff and Incredible Hulk stuff and Spider-Man stuff, Superman stuff, Batman stuff, the common stuff, the common superheroes, because Simon Dark isn't really a superhero, and Crimson, Alex Elder isn't really a superhero. I mean, kind of in the storyline, they're like, Alex Elder is kind of a superhero because he's trying to put a stop to the apocalypse. Simon Dark he's kind of, he's a protector, but when you think of superhero, you're thinking of someone with superhuman powers, and Alex Elder does have superhuman. I guess I don't know what the heck I'm saying. And Alex Elder does have super. I guess what I'm saying is, when you think of superheroes, you're thinking of the men in tights, like Superman and Aquaman and Flash and Batman and Spider-Man, and the Incredible Hulk. And you don't wear tights, but you know what I'm saying. Like, that's what you think of when you think of superheroes. You don't really think of this. I mean, or Simon Darth, or Bizarre New World. Look it up, find it, and read it. Some dude made this comic book. I love it, and it's just Bizarre New World. Just check it out. I've got it. I'll review it sometime. I think it's only 4 books. I think. Find out for sure. I'll go back and look. I love that comic book. So check that out too. Look that up. Bizarre New World. So anyway, guys, I just babble on in these videos. It's ridiculous. So it seems like the more videos I make, the more I talk to you guys, and I apologize for that. Taking up time, taking up YouTube space. So thanks for stopping by Geek Peek today. Thanks for taking a peek into Crimson with me. And if you want to keep seeing these reviews, and if you want to keep seeing what I got going on the Geek Peek channel with the gaming and the reviews and the action figures and things like that, I'm getting ready to do my quadcopter modifications, my upgrade, putting my gimbal on, my landing gear, my new propellers, and I'm going to do a flight with all that on it. I'm stoked. I cannot wait. The gimbal is I can pan up and down, get different. Babbling again. So we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for stopping by Geek Peek. Check out geekpeek.rocks. Make sure you subscribe, share these videos, do whatever you want to do. It would help me out, grow my channel, but whatever you want to do. Thanks for stopping by, and we will talk to you soon. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Geek Peek. Check me out on Twitter. I really want to interact with you guys. Check out some of my videos over here and subscribe up here. And check out www.geekpeek.rocks, www.geekpeek.rocks. That's our official website for the Geek Peek channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.